So one thing I get a lot of questions about is exactly how to apply liquid foundation. So here are some tips on what to do. So there are several different ways you can apply a liquid foundation. I have, for example, 3 different brushes here that I use. There's the regular flat foundation brush that is used for liquids, obviously. You can also use this type of brush for contouring, different things that are a little more specific. You can also use a fluffier brush like this. You want to make sure that there are synthetic fibers because real hair is a little more porous, so it'll soak up the liquids. So it'll glide a little bit better as long as the fibers are synthetic in the brush. And then I also have a kind of flatter brush, which is better for buffing. This one will build coverage a little bit more than something that's a little more loose like this one. So if you're looking for fuller coverage, you could do something like this. And then the last option is a sponge, trusty old sponge. I would say in amounts of coverage, you're looking at most with this one, next with this one, next one down, and probably about the least amount of coverage you'd get with a sponge because the sponge soaks up a little bit of the foundation with it. So today I'll just show you a quick little way to apply it with a brush because maybe that's something new to some people. Sponges are pretty typical. So I'm going to use this buffing foundation brush and a little bit of Makeup Forever HD foundation. I love this foundation. It's great for cameras, it's great for pictures, film, whatever you're doing. It looks very flawless on the skin and it can be a range of coverage. So you can sheer it out, make it more natural, or you can build it up and get it to full coverage. It's also oil-free and good for any skin type. So what I'm going to do is just take a little squirt on the back of my hand. You don't have to do this. You could always squirt some on your fingers, do a few dabs across the main areas of the face, and then buff it out. But I like to use my hand as a palette. So I'm gonna take a little bit, load the brush like this, make sure it's evenly into the brush, and I'm going to start by applying it in buffing motions. So I'm just kind of doing it on the jawline right now. One of the main areas that people get redness is right through this area in here. So usually when I'm starting from scratch with my makeup, I'll start in this area and kind of build outwards with the foundation. But it's really, really simple. Anyone can do this at home. Applying a little bit, kind of take it onto the forehead, you can buff it. And it's nice because I already have some foundation on, but this is just building the coverage and it still doesn't look cakey. That's why I love this foundation. A little more on the tip of the nose where I get a little bit of redness. And that's how you apply liquid foundation.